Hello, Priyam, I will call you. So here is Dr. Priyam Panchanan. He is an MBBS from PMCH, now pursuing his MS Orthopedics. He's a gold medalist and he has been a student of mine. It has been long years. So without wasting any time, Priyam, welcome to the show. And probably I think so. You can recall the days we were there having that bonding of teacher student. So can you a little bit highlight that phase of life?
First of all, thank you so much, sir, for having me in your show, Jet Talk. I'm really privileged and honored to be invited by you, sir. As far as I remember, it was year 2010. You were my class teacher, class ninth, and we were had so much freedom and guidance from you, sir, that it all were very extraordinary at that time.
Right, right. I think so. Your batchmates, do you recall the names? Probably one Surya Prakash, I remember,
And Amit Ashish, yes,
I
sir.
think so. You all had that group of the toppers. I will tell him to be quite studious, and there was a very healthy competition between you all. You gave me a tough time to be your class teacher. Probably I don't know how. What was your experience that time?
What I could recall in my school days that out of that 10 years, that class ninth was the golden period for me. It had a blend of everything: academics, sports activity, teachers and student relationship, and everything was so perfect at that time that I recall it as the happiest moment of my life for the school. And yes, my friend circle was very small. It had 4 to 5 friends. We all are connected still today. They all are doing fantastic in their own field, and we are here.
I will try to disclose one thing to you, Priyam, that probably a lot of time you put me in self doubt because all were so studious that I had to keep myself updated, and that newness I thought of providing to you all, as well as intelligent students are. They are not naughty, but probably you all were very playful, little bit on the naughty side, but that was very healthy. I feel. What do you say about that?
Yes, sir. Your period, whenever it started, we were just waiting for it because your way of teaching and your presence was so different than other teachers because you'd always been a father-like figure to me because your presence, your get-up, and everything was so similar to my father that I always used to enjoy your class personally because maths was always a favorite subject of mine, and you were teaching in such a different way and playful way. You used to have a mutual interaction with students and teacher. We used to ask question whatever silly doubts were there. You were always there to help. So that was so much great that I can't say anything more.
I think that's a very good what to say. This show is all about motivating not only the students but also the teachers and the people who are taken up the job of teachers. I think so. It will be very nice for teachers to understand that bonding between a teacher and student, the guru शिष्य संबंध होता है वो बहुत बड़ा चीज होता है. It's like it's not only a profession, it's a vocation, it's an inner call. And it's when you celebrate the happiness of students, and when the student celebrates the happiness of the teacher, then obviously we are going to rocket in our life. We go ahead, and probably the meaning of success does not becomes mere materialistic achievement, but happiness in life, which I see. So now the next question is, what are you doing now as a doctor? You're doing very well. I see also you on some social networking sites where you play also a lot, and you are being a very successful doctor. Second, about your academics at the place where you did your plus two, you scored very high. I think so. What were your marks in physics and probably in other things? You did very well. Can you
Yes,
explain that?
I got 92.6% in my 12th.
Mm.
I scored around 98 in physics and 99 in biology,
Mm.
and the rest subject was okay, not that good.
Mm.
And I did my I cracked my NEET UG exam along with my boards.
Mm.
I entered MBBS in Patna Medical College. I did my MBBS for around 4.5 years and then internship also. And luckily, I was fortunate enough to crack NEET postgraduate exam also. along with my internship, and now I'm pursuing orthopedics in PMCH, and the 6 months is left for that also.
That's a very good question that came from one of the students. So she had asked, or he has asked that probably they always ask. Many students have asked me this that is it okay to attempt the board examination and at the same year you clear NEET? Your experience was the same, and probably I think so. You worked very hard, as you said, that even after completing your MBBS, you took this exam, and probably you were having students in your MS exams, probably you call it PG exam,
PG internship.
PG internship exam, where you have got filtered around the 2 lakh doctors coming over there, and you have got only 10,000. So that not that ratio is very difficult, but also the challenge because you are facing already learned and educated people in your own field. So how did that work for you?
So this NEET exam or JEE exam, it requires a lot of skills, lot of hard work, and you have to be on your toes to crack this exam. It requires a good amount of concept and the application part to clear this exam. You have to be very uh, clear with your concepts. You have to have a good grasp of your subjects. You have to practice all the questions to crack it, and probably the appearing if you are appearing for the exam for the first time, that is the best chance and the best time to clear it. So for if you are going through, you are planning to JE or NEET exam, then along with boards, that is the best time I would suggest every student to clear, because you are fresh to the subject, you are understanding for the first time, and if you learn it the way your teachers are telling, then nothing can be better than that. Because once you repeat, then the amount of energy, the enthusiasm always decreases, and then the performance will also decrease. So the best chance to crack any exam is along with the first attempt, that is along with board for NEET UG or the J if you are targeting.
That's very nice. Thanks a lot. Very nice. You opened. I think so. You opened it for everybody that it is good to take up both the things together. That means, like, where do you give the weightage? You give the weightage to the preparation of the competitive examination, and then that means you are already more or less prepared for the board, and then you have to do a little bit of work for board. Is that so?
Actually, I never prepared for the boards
Mm-hmm.
because my target was to crack this competitive exam, because the exam questions were at the different level. So you must have the proper knowledge, and the more important part was that you have to apply that knowledge in the question. In the boards exam, they are straightforward question more or less, and if you know the core concept of any subject, then you can apply it for any question asked in the NEET exam or the JEE exam. So you have to understand the concepts. So while preparing, my focus was on to understand those core concepts and to learn those concepts, and then you have to learn the art of solving the question. Once you learn the art, you know how to apply your concepts, then you can clear this exam. And the board, I what I did was I saw the last 5 years question, and I took help from my school teachers also. They gave me the sample papers also. I solved few sample papers also, and but the core concept was built for that competitive exam only. So I have to just apply it for the boards only. I never studied any boards book especially, but just the sample papers and the previous year question, and that was sufficient to give sufficient marks to for the boards exams.
Rightly said, Prem. I think so. If in a nutshell, I say that if you have the concept, you can the questions may be asked of different ways. There is one place I think so. In most of the competitive examination, application-based questions are
Yes.
there. Almost like recently, board has also included. I will just inform you about case studies, and probably and then multiple choice questions come up from there. So it's very rightly suggested by Prem. I think so. Most of you who are preparing for your 10th and then plus two, then you should make an attempt. If you're a serious student for JEE or NEET, you should make an attempt to first hand only qualify and complete both the things. सो प्रेम, सो नाइस टू टॉक टू यू. बात करने से लगता है कि वो पुराने दिन वापस आ गए जब हम लोग स्कूल में थे और तरह तरह की चर्चाएं तो करते ही थे. एक सवाल है, देयर इज वन क्वेश्चन by one of the student, or she's there from DPS, and she was asking this question: how you can manage with this distraction? Probably in your school days, because present day, I think so. We all are equally distracted. We cannot tell, but probably once you succeeded, and then using something is other than once you are into a movement or direction of building of your career. So that time, what was your experience about distraction and being away from things?
So this distraction is always there, even in your school life, after school life, in your workplace, in your college life, everywhere there is distraction. And with this augment of this telephone, this social media and platform and Android phone, these are the biggest distraction I would say in this life. At that time, we didn't have that luxury of smartphones.
Okay.
So, but distractions was always there. But our friends were always there to have support each other, and especially my parents. They played a huge role in shaping my dreams. They had always kept me in a space of scarcity, I would say. Scarcity in the sense that if I wanted something, if I get distracted by something, say, suggest a gadget or some phone or some laptop or anything, I used to have to earn it. They didn't provide me like, okay, but I will give you this and that.
आजकल तो एक मांगो तो पेरेंट्स दो दिलाते हैं।
Exactly.
ऐसा होता है। Yes.
Exactly. My father is a doctor, so there was no problem with of the financial issue, but he used to keep me in scarcity, and I used to earn it. He gave me something like that. You have to score this much. You have to come first in this class, and you have to score 99 in maths, 100 in maths. Then only I will give you. So there was always a upper limit set by my father.
So probably when you were preparing for your engineering, then was there a phone with you or something?
I actually, my father had given me a Nokia phone, that tip phone, and at that time Android phone was also there. And while preparing, I used to live in a hostel, and I had some friends, and they bought a Samsung Grand phone that was very famous at that time. The Android was also launching at that time, and I was actually using only that Nokia phone. But whenever I used to get bored, or I used to go in his room and ask, भाई वो phone देना, उसमें थोड़ा सा game खेलना है. That used to consume 1.5 hour of my crucial time, preparation time. Then my scores also, my preparation phase, I used to give tests also. That scores really started decreasing. Then retrospectively, I thought that what is decreasing my performance. Then I thought that this, whenever I get free time, I used to play this mobile game or use social network. That kills lot of time. Once you start, you think I will use 10 minutes, it becomes 1 hour, 2 hour. So you get distracted. And in social media, there is nothing that will help you in your education. There are a lot of bakwas thing in the social media that will mainly pollute your mind more than helping you in studies.
Probably ये ऐसा सीक्वेंस क्या है, क्योंकि जो सोशल मीडिया वाले लोग भी हैं, इनकी इतनी हाई सैलरी भी शायद इसी कारण से कि क्योंकि ये आप बच्चों के मानसिकता को समझते हैं, गृहिणियों के मानसिकता को समझते हैं। तो आप देखिएगा सीरियल्स में कि सीरियल जब एंड होता है तो कुछ सस्पेंस, और तो इसका मतलब है कि नेक्स्ट डे उसी टाइम पर आप सारा चीज छोड़ के आपके घर के लोग खा रहे हैं नहीं खा रहे हैं, इससे नहीं मतलब होगा। प्रॉब्ली ये सारी बातें वो एल्गोरिदम इस तरह का बनाया हुआ है, प्रॉब्ली बहुत रिसर्च करके कि वो आपको खींच ही लेगा। तो बहुत अच्छा लगा जान के कि आप कम से कम पढ़ाई के दौरान अपने ड्यूरिंग योर स्टडी, ड्यूरिंग द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ योर नीट, एंड प्रॉब्ली व्हेन माइट बी व्हेन यू आर डूइंग योर एमएस, यू वर अवे फ्रॉम इट। आप बहुत अच्छे स्टूडेंट थे प्रियम, हमको याद है। यू वर वेरी गुड परफॉर्मर, फर्स्ट टॉप रैंकर्स में थे, यू वर अ स्टूडियस गाय। डांट पड़ती थी पापा से कभी कम मार्क्स लाने में?
I used to always get scolding from my parents.
डांट को आप कैसे लेते थे?
I never took it in the other ways. My mother, she's also a teacher. She used to scold me a lot. I was beaten sometimes after scoring a poor, but I never took it in the other ways. I know they're my parents. They always want their child to be a good citizen and perform well in his career. So I never took in the other ways. I always took their scolding in a positive way because they want the good out of their child. And I never took it other way, sir.
Very good. This show again is for teachers, students, and for probably parents and children also. Children and parents who are watching, I'll tell you. Probably this is very right thing he said. See, parents have got experience. That is very true than the children. So parents, see, education lets you understand words, sentences, concepts. In experience, it lets you understand life. Experience आपको मतलब एजुकेशन आपको वर्ड समझा देंगे, वर्ड सिखा देंगे, लेकिन अंडरस्टैंड उसको समझना वो पेरेंट्स जानते हैं। तो वो प्रॉब्ली डांटते हैं, तो कुछ बच्चों या कुछ लोगों को ऐसा देखते हैं कि वो प्रॉब्ली ये गाइड करते हैं बच्चों को, कह रहे हैं आपको डांट पड़ जा रही है, आपको फ्रीडम नहीं है। बट प्रॉब्ली 9th में शायद आप लोग जब थे तो एक डांट मेरे तरफ से भी पड़ती थी।
Exactly, sir. Exactly. I had an incident. Actually, I was sitting in the second row, and I was playing with my friend, and your class was going on, and you scolded me, Priyam, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And I was baffled that Sanjay sir has scolded me, but I took it that no, I was wrong on my part. He scolds me for my betterment. He wants a better out of me. He knows that I'm a good student, so he thinks I'm a student, so he is guiding me. I never took your scolding or anything in the other ways.
प्रेम, मैंने बहुत बार सुना है लोगों को ये क्वेश्चन करते हुए कि दुनिया में सबसे बड़ा वेस्ट क्या है। तो प्रॉब्ली सारे लोग ये वो कहते हैं, मुझे लगता है कि सबसे बड़ा वेस्ट होता है द ह्यूमन पोटेंशियल नॉट डन इट्स बेस्ट और नॉट अचीव्ड इट्स बेस्ट। सो एज अ टीचर आई वांटेड दैट कोई भी बच्चे में अगर पोटेंशियल है तो मैं उसे मिसडायरेक्ट नहीं करूं, मैं ये सब चीजें नहीं पैम्पर करूं जो उसके स्किल से उसको दूर कर रहा है। उसके स्किल्स को मैं समझ, आप लोगों को जो अच्छे स्टूडेंट है, मैं आप लोग के अचीवमेंट को समझता था कि आप लोग से 90% अगर डेविएट होगा तो 85 भी कम नहीं है, लेकिन प्रॉब्ली आप ट्रांसलेट कर सकते हैं 90% को 92, 93, 94। तो मैं वहां पर कंप्रोमाइज नहीं करता था कि मुझे पता था कि मैं गलत नहीं कर रहा हूँ। और प्रॉब्ली ये सारी बातें सारे बच्चों को समझना चाहिए कि अगर कोई आपको गाइड करता है अपने अनुभव से, तो उस समय स्कूल लाइफ में तो बिल्कुल ही इसे बिल्कुल ही पॉजिटिव लीजिए। पापा मम्मी बोल रहे हैं कुछ, इमेजिन कीजिए प्रियम के पापा को मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा प्रॉब्ली कि उन्होंने आपको जो स्केर्सिटी में रखा है, उन्होंने जो आपको शायद मोटिवेट किया है। Probably I also feel that if I recall, you were a good math student. Bio was your field, but you were thinking of JEE. Probably.
Exactly,
Then
sir.
what happened?
And it was during 9th and 10th, I had to choose between maths and biology. I was always inclined toward maths, thanks to man standing behind me. He was my main motivation for maths. I used to love this subject. I used to score around 99, or even I have scored 100. So I was prepared to take JEE. But deep inside my mind, I didn't know about JEE, that what was the work I will do after JEE. Will I sit in the computer or doing the field work? And I didn't know anything. My father was doctor. I had seen him many patients being treated. The patient was so happy. They used to bring sweets and all kind of things after being treated. They were so happy. Then I thought that treating people, making them happy, giving a quality life is something more than working and sitting inside a computer and working. At that time, my father was the main inspiration, and I chose biology. And then
It's so nice of you to acknowledge the effort of your father, and probably these are the things which a humble person, a person who is true from the heart, will understand that बड़ों के डांट में उनका प्यार छिपा हुआ होता है। उसको आपको समझना है, उनके अनुभव बताते हैं और वो आपके स्किल्स को अच्छे से जानते हैं। दूसरा चीज़, हमेशा मैं ये बात करता हूँ कि मोटिवेशन है नॉट हंगर टू अर्न बट हंगर टू सर्व पीपल। वो प्रियम ने सोचा, शायद रास्ता आपने वही पकड़ा, क्योंकि हाँ ठीक है, आप जेई भी कीजिए, इट्स वेरी गुड, आप इंजीनियर बनिए, आपका अनुभव अपने कुछ और मोटिवेशन से आएगा। बट यहाँ पर भी एक सच्चाई है, आप एंटरटेनमेंट वर्ल्ड में जाइए, आप इंजीनियरिंग वर्ल्ड में जाइए, मेडिकल में जाइए, बिजनेस में जाइए। हंगर टू सर्व इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन हंगर टू अर्न दैट मोटिवेशन. So that's so nice of you. Very nice to talk to you, Priyam. Secondly, I see you at modern days playing games. So what is the role of games, and how do people take, and how did you take it up? What did it change in you?
So, I was very much interested in sports throughout my schooling life. I was good in table tennis. I had represented my school also.
Yeah.
I was good in painting also. I had won many prizes from
Probably from Chief Minister
Yes, sir.
also,
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Nitish Kumar.
Nitish Kumar ji and Prakash Har sir, they had
Hmm.
given me prizes on various occasions, and I was good in table tennis, and I also liked cricket, but that I was not good at that, probably. But then when I came to MBBS, we had a lot of free times in our after our classes. So we used to play a lot of cricket, and I had bought my own cricket kit. So I used to play a lot, and the playing part was only for the fun, not for getting tired and then wasting your whole day relaxing after that. It was just to rejuvenate yourself. Even now, I have joined swimming classes not for that getting tired, just to rejuvenate myself. I have to perform a lot of surgeries. I probably have to stand 3 hours, 4 hours, and perform 2 and 3 surgeries back to back, and then I have to keep myself fit also. But I'm not that fit, but still trying to
No,
get fit.
you are for very sure. You are fit as a doctor, and I feel that people should take a lot of positive about your fitness. Yes, yes. And probably one more thing is that if you are not totally into sports field, still you should not detach yourself from sports. But yes, when you are preparing for your 10th or 12th, you should not play a game first. The mental game. Keep away from the mobiles. I think so. If it is not education, be away from it. Nowadays, you can have books, copies, and that I think so that traditional way of studying is better. One child has asked, like apart from memory and a very a young child is preparing apart from memory and apart from writing. Did you have your personal notes? And then there is another child as will ask two questions at a time. One more child asked, stick to NCRT or reference books. These two questions.
First of all, that self notes point. I used to have my own notes.
Hmm.
Even I am pursuing MS Orthopedics, I still have notes of my own. What it does, there is a hand-eye coordination thing. Once you listen to your teachers or any professor, you understand it, then you write it. So there is hand-eye and memory coordination. If you get printed notes, printed books, there is so much material available for any exam. That is just a waste. If you write on yourself, you get your own notes. Nothing is better than that. Even scientifically, it has been proven.
यस 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 आप एक्चुअली कम पढ़ते हो अगर आप अपना खुद का नोट बनाते हो एक टॉपिक को एक बार पढ़ा तो पूरा पढ़ा उसका नोट्स बनाया पर्सनल नोट बनाया उसको लिखा आपने कॉन्सेप्ट बनाया और उसके बाद इनोवेट किया खुद के क्वेश्चन भी वो ज़्यादा अच्छा होता है क्योंकि क्वेश्चन तो उसी सिलेबस से है जैसे अल्फ़ाबेट में 26 से हजारों वर्ड क्रिएट होते हैं लाखों करोड़ों अनगिनत वर्ड क्रिएट होते हैं एक छोटे से कॉन्सेप्ट से माइट बी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फॉर एग्जांपल उस टॉपिक का आपने रेसिस्टेंस पढ़ा तो हजार क्वेश्चन आप खुद से बना सकते हैं अगर आपको कॉन्सेप्ट मालूम है तो that's so good and I think so probably मैं प्रियम के इन डेप्थ में जो सीक्रेट्स निकाल रहा हूँ जो एक गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट को होना चाहिए जो एक सीबीएसई ऑलमोस्ट टॉपर को होना चाहिए फिजिक्स में इनकी मार्क्स 12th में 98 प्रोबेबली बायोलॉजी में 99 तो जो बच्चे देख रहे हैं उनको बहुत बड़ा मोटिवेशन में बहुत आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल अबाउट इट दैट दिस हैज बीन डन सो वेल बाय यू प्रेम one or two more question comes in my mind is about MBBS during the course itself. There also you stayed focused because you were a gold medalist in MBBS.
Yes.
So there also some children they deviate, but you've kept your focus. So how was your college life as a medical?
So the college life was very enjoyable. 4.5 years went like this
Very
just
fast,
very
yes.
fast because there are 9 semesters and each semester is of 6 months and we have to study 19 subjects.
Okay.
19 subjects. So the first year went like we have to study on dead body, cadaver. We have to learn about the anatomy, which part serves what function, where it is located. So that learning part was very first time I saw that dead body. I had to operate on him. I have to learn where the structure was there. Then so the life was very balanced. So I had to just go to college and learn a lot of things of human body, and then after that I have to study a lot because 19 subjects and each subject had this much thickness of book. One part, two part, three part. So and throughout my MBBS life, one thing was that we have to back of mind that I have to clear NEET post grad also. So after cracking every exam, I had set a bar that after I have cleared NEET UG, now I have to clear NEET PG. While pursuing I have cleared NEET PG, I am pursuing my MS exam. I have already in back of mind, I have prepared that I have to clear NEET super specialization exam also.
That's good. My good wishes to this. One thing out of your forte, I am now getting into where whose contribution I don't know. See, social studies and English are difficult subject for a science student. In 10th, you are scoring very well, and probably what was the foundation that let you score very good marks in English in your plus two also? What was that? Whose contribution you can say?
Yes, sir. You have pointed out a very interesting question. My mother, she is a teacher in St. Joseph School. She is an English teacher, and I had no knowledge of English because I was preparing for NEET exam. So there is an interesting incident that she knew every story, every literature work, and every writing what has to be planned for exam. So just before, I think 1 week before the English exam, I used to sleep with my mom, and she used to tell every story that was like bedtime story in 10 minutes or 15 minutes. That was the whole story used to complete, and I used to sleep so happy that one story is completed, one chapter is completed, and next day, even in the breakfast or in the lunchtime, she used to tell me one story, and so this way I had completed my English also, and but the main focus of writing English and understanding English, it came around class 8, 9, 10. That was my foundation year, because to understand English literature, to apply it for the exam, you must understand the language.
Yes. And probably I feel that a lot of problem in maths and science of a child not answering is because of they are not able to
Understand the
unfold or crack the meaning behind the
exactly.
question. That's so nice talking to you. My best wishes, Priyam, for your future endeavors. God bless you. Any good message if you would like to contribute to the students of standard 10, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, it's open for you.
I would like to say to all my dear friends that you have to believe in yourself, and you have to stay focused and look at the larger picture. You have to motivate yourself. You have to never get deviated from your studies, because once you are educated, you live in a society in where knowledge is the most powerful thing, and it keeps you updated, and it helps you to become a good man and be a responsible citizen also, and you will also earn respect from the society once you become a good person. So all I want to say is keep enjoying your studies. Don't get scared by your teachers and parents. They are there for your good. And thank you. That's all. Say.
Thank you so much, Priyam. Nice to talk to you, and God bless you always. These things will remain. Stay in touch. We all are connected. Probably, if matchmates of Priyam are looking either from St. Michael's or from PMCH, and people from Bihar, probably one very small thing that I think so. For people from Patna and Bihar are intellectually very sound. I think so. Very good in.
They are so hardworking and they are so intelligent. I just cannot tell, sir.
Yes.
I have been to Kota, and the people there are just. What we lack is that we don't have a proper teachers. Teachers like you are so rare to find.
I'm so humbled by it.
Because what you do, you get best out of students. You understand the potential of a student. You improvise in his studies, and you make them to get their hidden part of their talent. Many students, they don't know their potential. They just waste their time. And once they get a proper guidance from a teachers and their parents, they can. I think they can. Most of the IS and UPSC exam is cracked by Bihari only.
Yeah, that's very nice thing they said. Probably I will take all that with total humbleness. And why I am trying to do this is also to tell a lot of teachers that probably basic training of teachers is also very important. Correct training, updating yourself, and probably I think so. Nothing else than a student telling that you have contributed to in his formation will make you happy and satisfy your life for a long time. And also I will in reciprocate this that good teachers are also made by good student. If a batch is doing very well, then that means you're teaching well. If you're you have updated yourself well, so that will keep me motivated. Thanks a lot, because now I'm aging, I'm getting elderly.
No, sir.
So as a son, I'm telling you, as son and as my daughters and children, I'll tell you that you will have let me revive and reinvent myself to serve you all better. God bless you once and all. We will stay connected. Thanks a lot.